Yo, everybody, it is me, Sacred G. How are you guys doing? Happy New Year, and as of today, it's the 31st, and I finally decided, not for a while, or didn't take me a while, but I sat down and watched Pearl a few days ago, and, well, today is a very special day. Got some cocoa next to me. And let's sit back, relax, and discuss this movie. And I will warn you, there could be spoilers. I might spoil some scenes, but I'm not going to do it in order, so you won't know when they play out and stuff like that. And I'm not going to split this video up because I remember this film, and it's not for the good reasons, okay? And also, before I get started, I want to say that this is, of course, my opinion. I'm not out to shit on your film. I'm just genuinely discussing this over the internet. It's better for me to get it out of my head. And, yeah, I think this movie is worth making a video on. This is probably one of the worst films I have seen in a long time. And it's one of the worst coming from a AAA, I guess we can say, video game terms for film, but, from A24, and Pearl's just not the movie for me. It was, honestly, in my opinion, a piss-poor film. A piss-poor way to get you to feel bad and sorry for a fucking whiny little brat who just wanted nothing more just to make it, and it was just nonsensical at times. And, so what is Pearl about, right? So Pearl's about is a extraordinary, very hardcore quotes there. It's not extraordinary, at least to me. It's about the old lady from X. It's a X origin story. It's a prequel. And I don't know why we needed this movie, but apparently, I guess Ty West figured, people will like Pearl. Some people probably did. I didn't. I was amongst the very low few that didn't like Pearl as a character, nor as a fucking antagonist. Okay, I thought Pearl was not threatening at all. So it's about her, and it's in her time. The film takes place in, 1918. And it's about pretty much her character and what made her like that. Well, it's not even about what made her like that, it's just that she was fucked up even then. And so she's stuck on a farm, right? She's taking care of her family. Her dad has a very severe and sad disability where he's paralyzed throughout the whole movie. And her mom's a bit stern, and it's during World War I, and she's kind of getting, I would say, an advanced version of stir-crazy, and just wants to get out of the farm life, but she wants to get out of the farm life and will be willing to do pretty much whatever she can to get out of that life, right? And so that's when shit ensues. And I'll tell you one thing, this was worse than X, in my opinion. Because, first of all, there was nothing really explained. And there's also a scene that I later kind of understand after reading this comment, actually, because it kind of summed it up, where Mia Goth fucks a scarecrow, or masturbates on a scarecrow. I am not joking. But the comment that I read did say that she was sexually frustrated and because her husband's away at war, who was the old man killer from the first film, which was X. I will say I can get where that comment's coming from, but for me, no, I don't. It doesn't matter. Actually, it goes to show you she has, I believe, high sex drive. Which, why would they show that? It doesn't matter. It didn't even happen again where she would, do weird sexual things. She just wanted to be a star. She wanted to get away and be like the party girls, that you see on screen. And so, yeah, there was a scene of that, which, honestly, it was literally, the Scarecrow scene was literally something just out of, a fucking teen sex comedy, like American Pie. where the characters in those movies are so horny they'll experiment with pretty much inanimate objects. And, well, if it was American Pie, it'd be like the female version. And I just found that just so not funny. Like, I didn't even find it funny. I didn't even find it weird. I didn't even find it creepy. I just thought it was fucking like, wow, okay, that's random. And not in the good way. Not in the way the movie was advertised. And so there's a few other scenes. It again took like it took an hour for the actual shit to happen, and when it did, her mom got caught on fire. And this is a thing also I didn't like about the movie, is that it tried to like get you to sympathize with her. And it was like, she's already done shitty things, she's already killed a few people, and it tried to do the sympathetic route with the fucking monologue. And unpopular opinion, I know the monologue's everybody's favorite part about the film, and I'm not trying to shit on Mia Goth's performance, I actually quite liked it. It's what kept me to watch the fucking movie, actually. And one thing that I don't like at all was that monologue. It was pretty much, oh, I'm a bad person. And it was told in a dramatic way, and it was just stretched the fuck out. I actually literally was like, I'm gonna skip through this, and I didn't. I understand Mia Goth's a good actress, but you know what? I didn't need to hear, oh, I'm a bad person, and to have it just basically spelt out to me, even though I've seen that you're a bad person, but I know it was for character reasons that she did that. She had this boring ass, pointless as fuck monologue that was like literally 5 fucking minutes, and I didn't understand that. I thought that was one of the dumbest parts of the film. It just literally felt like movie filler. It was just there to, fucking hammer home the runtime. And there was like, even at that scene, there was like not even that many kills in. Like, there wasn't very many kills at all. One of them was an animal. She feeds to the fucking crocodile from the first film, or from X, and she... and then she burns her mom, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't even her that did that, right? It was an accident. And I had a hard time actually fully believing what in the fuck was wrong with Pearl, because she seemed to show empathy. Like, she actually, I think, tried to put her mom out, but it was too late. And then she decided to say, fuck it, I'll just kill her. Well, I'll just let happen what happens, right? Like, after she gets burnt, she, throws her down into the cellar from the first film. That, the fucking girl that plays Wednesday in the new Netflix show, Jenna Ortega, where she was an X, and it was just weird, and I just didn't believe, I couldn't believe that they tried to make you feel bad for her. Like, the entire point of the monologue was to make you feel sympathy towards this character, and I couldn't at all. Throughout the entire movie, I knew I was not going to care about Pearl. I never actually did an X. And honestly, I went into this with high hopes. I did not try looking for negative shit. I actually was hoping this would actually change my opinion about X, because I wanted to like it, actually. But no, this didn't do anything for X. My opinion on X is the same. It's overrated. There's no deeper meaning to it. And to be completely honest, I think Pearl's a worse movie. Honestly, I'm willing to say, for me, this movie is bad. It is garbage. I will have to literally watch this until I forget that it even existed in order to re-see this film again. And no offense to Mia Goth, she put all of her heart into this, and that I will not take away from her. I would love to see her in another role like this. Like, one of the scenes, the things that I loved about the movie was the coloring, the shots, and also Mia Goth's performance. When she was actually going crazy, she actually portrayed that very well. I hope she actually isn't like that. But, yeah, it wasn't terrible overall, as an objective standpoint. But for me, it was garbage. I will not watch that shit again. Well, not for a long time. I'm not saying it's so bad that I will actually stay away from watching it. And like the mom too is portrayed to be kind of bitchy. And I didn't like that because of the fact that it was literally during World War II and during, I believe, a sickness at the time, like influenza, I believe, the flu. And so, and she just didn't understand why her mom was so mean, you know. And they portrayed her at the wrong time because it makes her look bad because there's shit going down, money's hard to come by, and, you know, they're taking care of their sick father. Or her sick father, at least. You know, and it just was, she was just strict. She was not physically abusive. She was barely even fucking mentally abusive. And, I don't know if that was the intent, like, to show that the mom wasn't the issue. It was Pearl. I'm pretty sure that was the intent. But it just came across so fucking weird and just, I don't know, man. And when the killings did happen, they were very predictable as X. Very fucking predictable. The first killing, or the stabbing, was with the projector guy, for those of you that have seen it. She meets this projector guy who works in the 1918 style movie theater. And the guy was a weird character, man. He showed her a porno, and they just met too, which is funny. Like a fucking 19th century porno. And I don't know why. My only guess was to try to coax her into fucking him or something. I don't know. But that was a weird scene for sure. Because if that doesn't work now, it shouldn't have worked then. Like, it was just weird. So she meets this guy, and, you know, she ends up sleeping with him, even though she's fucking married. Like, surprise, surprise, right? And, boy, she kills him. He gets a vibe that she's weird, and he just doesn't leave quick enough. Like, it was clearly shown that he had weird vibes and that she wasn't right in the head, and he knew that and didn't leave fast enough. I don't know why he wouldn't have. I don't know, he was trying to not get himself killed, I guess, but she kills him anyways. You know, and he didn't even have a fucking name, which is funny, and this got a 91% after watching. Really. Okay. There was, like, I think the performances, like, for the most part, even besides Mia Goth's, the supporting roles were pretty good, too. I thought the guy that played the father was really damn good for what he did for a role like that. He was only able to use certain facial expressions and just mainly, like, his eyes. And that was fine. I had no issue with that. Like, at all. I had no problem with that. I thought the family dynamic was fine, too. That would have been way more interesting, and we got to see, okay, maybe the parents were kind of what caused, you know, Pearl to be the way she was. But no. So, you know, she is just fucked up. And not only that, she's just a brat. She just wants to get things, she wants things, she thinks she deserves things, and it's just like, I don't want to watch a fucking movie about some early 1900s brat. I don't care. I didn't even care enough about Pearl for this to be warranted. I just, honestly, when I put it on, I was just going to say, this is going to be good fun. I am not going to take this seriously, and it tried to be fucking serious. It tried to make you feel sympathy for this bitch that I don't feel sympathy for, with the monologue part. Oh, well, there's some parts of me that are missing, and I really wish my husband took me, like, very, like, reasonable things to be upset about, but it's after she's committed these atrocities. This is twice. This has happened. Like, they try to get you to sympathize her with in X after she's been proven to be creepy. So is this going to be a pattern, like, after the killer for Ty West films? Is there going to be, like, these sympathizing, you know, parts in the film after they've committed an atrocity that is irredeemable? Like, what the fuck? It's literally like the Onision books, man. Like, this whole film is literally like the Onision books that he wrote. Like, holy shit, this is bad. Like, it was literally just the 19th century female version of Onision who just wanted everything, and killed people to pretty much get what she wanted. And as a horror killer, dude, that's not a cool enough killer to be standing next to fucking Myers and the big names. I'm sorry, but that is my opinion. If you think so, well, that's fine. You just imagine them standing together. I could see it. But there needs to be a lot of changes. And if there ever is another film on Pearl, which I don't think ever will be, yeah. And yes, this actually ended up being a rant, so I apologize for that. But anywho, there was a few other segments I didn't quite care. No, I liked the opening. I thought the beginning segment was fine. It got me hooked. And again, as I said, Mia Goth's performance is just great. And I actually wasn't that disturbed by the end credits, because the movie ends with Howard, who's the guy that helped her kill the characters from the first film, or X. And he comes home because he was in the war, and sees this rotten pig because her sister-in-law put a pig out or her family put a pig out for her family, and they just left it outside, and it was kind of showing throughout the movie. It just got worse and worse, filled with maggots and shit, and she put it on the table, had this whole ordeal of putting her family back at the table, even though they're dead. And what really is just ironic is the fact that this entire film was her trying to get famous, but at the end of the film, after she's killed her parents, she wants her old life back. What a shocker! And yes, what an elevating horror film. Yes, it's beautifully shot. Guess what? Beautiful shots mean nothing. As long as the shots are relative to what is they're trying to show and convey, that beautiful shots are nothing. Yes, this movie looked great. It's an A24 film, and it's gonna look good. Okay, I like A24. I'm not saying I'm one of these fucking A24 haters that thinks that it's too much, or I hate all of them because they're too long and boring. No, I loved Midsommar, and I also liked Ex Machina. I forgot to mention that in the last video, that Ex Machina is another A24 I like. Anywho, like, this was just disappointing. It was just even more disappointing than X was, because I had, I guess, my own expectations. I didn't even set any expectations. I was like, okay, this is going to be about Pearl. There's going to be killing. And I guess this is an expectation, as I was expecting trinkets of murder, like just little bits, so we can get the slasher vibe. But we didn't. We kind of got, oh, you should feel bad for this person, even though she's just so bitchy and just so whiny and just so not likable. Like, I think Mia Goth killed it with the performance she was trying to get out. That again, was fine. But the issue is the fact that the character she's portraying is just not likable for a lot of other people besides me. Guarantee it. Just because the people on Reddit and people on Facebook or on the internet period are saying this film's a great movie doesn't mean anything. Okay, it's all how you perceive the movie. I didn't perceive it positively, sadly, and what makes me even more angry about the film is that I'm not able to like it. Like, I wanted to. There's a lot of things I can see in this film why somebody likes it. It's beautifully shot. Mia Goth has a good performance. There are some okay, effects when it comes to gore, but they were more fake. Like when her fucking sister-in-law dies and she cuts her up with the axe. Dude, it looked faker than shit. It looked like she was literally cutting through a cake based off of the actress that played her, who's actually quite attractive. Hey, if you're actually watching this review, why don't you hand me your number and I'll hand you mine. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, dude, it was just fucking bad. Like, to me, it was just garbage. It was literally garbage. Like, having a movie that high praised after watching it is just fucking beyond me. Like, the Scarecrow scene, I know it's supposed to be wild and kooky, but that was like the only wild scene in the movie. Oh, well, but she killed her family. Well, what other movie has done that? There's been plenty of other films of other people and people in their own family killing each other. Like, the fuck? This isn't elevating. This is just more boring shit. And again, the monologue, bro, was the worst part of this movie because of the fact it just took so long just to get out, oh, I'm a bad person. Feel bad for me. I just wanted it hard. I just wanted it easy like everybody fucking else. But no. She's too not likable, man. She's already committed her atrocities, and you're trying to make me fucking feel bad for her. That really pissed me off, actually. I almost skipped right through that monologue. I didn't give a fuck for it. I even was sitting there saying to myself, I was like, hurry the fuck up. Like, all you're saying is that you're different, but you're not going into further detail to what it could be. You know, we don't get a good psychic on fucking Pearl, or a good psyche look on Pearl. It's just she's a psychopath. She has ASPD, and it's to the extreme. And it's not because of her fucking parent. That's for damn sure. I don't even know what caused what. It's still kind of up for debate if she's just like that. So I have no idea, because they did try to portray the mom in a way to, like, that may have played a part to Pearl being like that, because her mom didn't want her doing the dancing. Because, to be honest, Pearl's head was up her ass. Like, during a time like that where survival is necessary, I am not saying that she shouldn't, want to be a dancer. She still could have been. At that time, it's understandable for why her mom would treat her like that. It's just fucking weird, dude. Anywho's, that's what I gotta say. I know I didn't go over all the aspects of the film, and I'm not going to for spoiler reasons. I think I went a little overboard with X. But this movie was just like, pissed me off more than X did. Like, X didn't even piss me off. I actually enjoyed some parts of it, or more parts of it than this film, but this movie was just too bad, in my opinion. Like, it came off not even scary. It wasn't even horrifying. It was literally just, oh, Pearl's just a whiny little early 1900 brat. That's pretty much what the movie equates to. Oh, I'm a whiny little 1918 little bitch. Grow the fuck up. Holy shit. So that's what I got. I did not like Pearl. I want to know what you guys thought about the movie in the comments, if you've seen this film or not. It's a slasher horror film. Horror quotes there. And if you want to see it, you could go grab it, I guess, because it's not out in theaters anymore. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. See ya.